Hey traders, John Howell here. Market update time. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's have a look at the markets today. Free traders, trading course, free trading course, link in description. Go get free access to it, guys. I'm looking at Verizon. Anyway, so let's have a look at the markets today, guys. Wrapped up with the markets today. What a week in the markets. And guess what, traders? The volatility in the markets is going to get a lot more worse, better, depending on which way you look at it, right? And the reason why I mention that, guys, is because right now, guys, right now in the markets, this is the time when the volatility starts to pick up and you're going to get chewed up in the markets if you're not good with your trade selection and trade management and risk management, okay? Number one most important thing for you guys is that when we're trading the markets is that I must ask you, I'm going to ask you a question here. When you go to the markets, do you know exactly what you're looking for on the chart as a pattern to trade? Or are you just looking for anything, anything? I'm just looking for the next quick tip. If you are B, next quick tip, or anything, you are going to get run over big time. Big time. But if you want to do well out of trading, guess what? Firstly, you got to have a foundations, right? What are you looking for in the markets? But that aside, let's have a market update time for you guys. S&P 500. Look at this here. Came all the way down. We had this little support level here. Look at this here. It came down and bounced off this support level here. So we are on a short-term level basis, guys. We're still slowly trending down here. So a lot of weakness here, all right? A lot of weakness here right now. And it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what I hope for. It doesn't matter what I wish it could be. Right now, the truth of the matter is what? What is the factual evidence right now, right? And doesn't matter what your ego says. Down, up, lower high, down, lower low. That's it. That's all that matters right now. What does that mean? We are now in a downward trend. Yes, I believe, and my thinking right now is what? We're going to do this. Oh, here we go. That's my thinking. What does that mean? Absolutely jack diddly-doo, right? Nothing. Because what does matter is what the market's doing. So right now, as we speak, we're seeing this market come down. We've got these highs, low, and now it's made a lower low. So we are in a downward trend. Doesn't matter what support levels I've got here. It doesn't matter what I'm hoping for. Right now, we are in a downward trend. And until the market starts to break above this level here, if we start to do something like that, that's when we're now back into a possible upward trend and we start to see something like this as well too in the markets. Make sense? So right now, you can see we actually failed here today, but right now we're doing this here and we could actually end up just getting a movement up through like that and then possibly even back down as well too. So really interesting stuff there on the S&P 500. Look at the Nasdaq as well too. Nasdaq's at this level of support, but look at this here, squeezing up into this level here on the good old Nasdaq. We're seeing this moving here from that there. If we start to get something like this here on the Nasdaq like that, then guess what? Yeah, here we go, right? So the Nasdaq, or the Nasdaq 100 anyway, has been holding up the best out of all the indices, which is, I would have thought the opposite. Right, because the Nasdaq, the AI bubble, right, was the one that had the biggest move. So I would expect to see a bit more weakness in the markets, but it just hasn't happened that way. So I'm watching to see, does this pattern here form over the next couple of weeks? If so, then we could be getting ready for another move to the upside. Moving now through to the Russell, right? And Russell, what's happening with Russell? Firstly, on the Russell, we've got this downward trend through here. I have to use that line there. We did have this shoulder, this head and shoulder formation. That's now played out through there, right? And we now got down to there. We definitely have actually a bit of support resistance on where we are right now, but the overall picture with the Russell is like no one in control, right? Look at this here, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not going anywhere. You know why that's exciting, guys? But you know why that's exciting? Guess what? Because when the market does do this and we eventually do start to break out, right? When the Russell says, right, here we go. The Russell is going to make an extraordinary move, right? And if we just keep an eye on this, obviously over the next couple of months, maybe next 3 to 6 months, as this starts to form, depending on where it actually breaks out, we could be getting ready for a really, 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 really big move, right? I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about here. So if I go to Siri, right, look at this here. Look at that. Not much going on, right? Look, that's like the Russell now. See, Russell, nothing going on, and then boom, when we broke out, big drop, right? Good shorting opportunity. Now, Dow Jones in the markets. So Dow Jones, what's happening to Dow Jones right now? We are clearly making a high, a lower high. You can see it actually came up slow through here. And this is where you can see when we started to change the tune in the markets, right? Because if you look at if we look at the buying legs in the markets, look at this here. Strong up, strong up, strong up. Now, what do I mean by strong? Strong's like that. See, so it's really strong up or weak up. Yes, I have a fetish with pink, guys. Leave me alone. Is it pink or purple? Purple. Oh, there you go. Right? So strong up, weak up. Now, what does that mean? That means the buyers are strong here. That means they're weak here. Now, what does it actually mean though? When they're weak, that's when the sellers can come back in and knock it back down, right? So if you look at this here, strong, 1, strong, 2, strong. What is this here? Notice how the angle is different there, right? See, the angle is different. What does that mean? Well, it means what? We had strong up, strong. This here was what? Overall a lot weaker compared to, see the angle difference, right? There you go. That's balloon there, right? And then look what happened. We got a movement on the downside. So when we start to get this weakness in the markets, that's when we start to get this angle different, right? When we start to see, this is now, again, guys, this is now getting maybe a little bit advanced on the advanced side, if you want to call it that. But this is advanced chart reading techniques that I use when looking at the markets to see what's going on here. And as you can see, the movement through here was a lot weaker, and then suddenly the market started to sell off, and that's where we're at right now on the Dow Jones. Let's go look at some of the gold mining stocks. So gold mining stocks, guys, right at this level of support still. We still haven't broken it yet. The big key area I'm watching for on these gold mining stocks, guys, is that what actually happens here. Do we start to do something like this and then break out? If so, we could be getting ready for a really big move to the upside. If not, well, then if we get something like that in a breakdown, then we could be getting ready for more downside to come out of the gold mining stock sector. Let's go look at the SIL as well too. SIL, look at this here. It didn't break up. It actually it broke down, didn't it? Came back down. Now it's coming back up again. There is actually a little bit of support level. That's where it's actually holding right now. So we're definitely going through sideways, and now we're breaking back down. And that's actually what we're seeing right now when it comes to the silver mining sector. We do actually have pretty strong level of support down there around about that. What's that? $22 level there. So that's what I'm looking at there. Let's go look at silver. And silver, very, very, very strong reversal in silver. Look at this here. Very strong. Huge reversal, right? Came all the way up and then all the way back down and closed there. So very, 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 very. Look what happened here, right? Look at this here. We had what? We had this high up here. High, low, 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 high, high, lower, completely lower, completely strong lower high here. All right, see how the market, this one here was pretty much a double top, came down, came back up, then gave us what, around about, this is like a 50% retracement tool, right? And that's all. I just use that to see the strength, right? Whenever it retraces 50% or less and then continues, it's set to be a lot stronger, right? So with that being said, you would expect now to see the silver start to have possibly another move on the downside. Now we may get a bit of a pullback first because we've just had a very, 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 very big drop in the markets there, haven't we? Let's go to the 4-hour charts. I'm just trying to see what's going on here. Yeah, very, 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 very big drop in the markets there, as you can see. I'm just looking at them, the markets here. Yeah, so we may even get a bit of a pullback first here, guys, but it does look like silver could be getting ready for more movement on the downside. Moving on now through to gold, and look what gold did, guys. Gold's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. If you guys have been watching me, I even did videos saying, break down the come out of gold, because we rejected off that 1940 level. And look what's been happening with gold now. Gold's been right now strongly selling to the downside. So there is nothing bullish about gold right now in the markets. Nothing bullish about it. We really need to start to see a big turnaround here before we see that. And someone said, John, is this just a pullback in gold here? Yes, it is a possible pullback, but remember, we need to see a bit of confirmation for that next leg up. And just because something isn't a pullback where the market goes up and then it pulls back like this, it doesn't mean it's definitely going to go up, right? It doesn't mean we're definitely going to see something like that, because we can always do what? We always can break down and start to make our way down too. So that's what's happening right now on here. To me right now, it's more than just a pullback right now. It's actually a lot stronger pullback than I was originally seeing. And the reason why is this: if we lose our Fibonacci tool from the low to the high point, look at that there, 50% or less, big strong move up. Now we go from this low high point up here to this low point. Look what's happening right now. See how we're retracing almost 100% of this move now. This is not a pullback. This is now just a strong move up, and now it's slowly coming to the downside. So there's no strong trend at all when it comes to gold anymore. I was seeing this low here. If that low did hold and we started to break up and out through here, and we started to see like a 1960 print on gold or like a 1980 print on gold, then that would have been, yes, that would have been the start of seeing a really big move to the upside, breaking that. But we didn't get that. We actually we got high, lower high, lower high. We broke out of this sort of tight triangle, and now we're actually selling on the downside. So there we go, traders. Traders, if you would like to join my coaching program for 12 months, that's weekly coaching for the next 12 months, then that second link in the description, go fill out the application form, guys, and I will personally call you to see if you are a good fit. Have a great day, guys.